The captain's looking for you. Thanks to your work, we can go ahead with the heist. We've even got a few extra sailors clamoring to join our crew. You should talk to the captain upstairs.
We've got a crew to rival the legends. Time to make some money, don't you agree? Now we're ready for the real challenge, the heist. The target's Bosek. That slimy bastard's finally going to get what's coming to him. We're going to steal his sailing logs. His sailing logs are the key to our fortune, friend. They're the records of every ship that's docked here, every stolen cargo they've unloaded, and every illicit payment made to Bosek. Those records are worth a fortune to King Vaharajad. They're written proof that Bosek has violated the king's order to stop raiding Breton shipping. With those papers in hand, the king can threaten to destroy Bosek if he doesn't stop. Absolutely. His envoy is on the dock now, waiting. As soon as we turn over the sailing logs, he gives us a fortune in gold. The trick will be getting into Bosek's palace, stealing the logs, and getting out with them. That's your job. First, you need a servant's disguise to get into the palace. The papers are in a lockbox on the top floor. Bosek has the only key. Slip this powder into his drink, then grab the key. The lockbox is always guarded. The guard's not bright, but he'll raise the alarm if anyone tries to open the box. Deal with him quietly. No stabbing. Lambour and I will have the ship ready to sail when you return with the papers.
It's a wonderful day for a sailing trip, isn't it, friend? Especially if it gets me off this rock before Bosek chops off my head. Bosek keeps the key around his neck, cinched steel. I'll get the key off Bosek. Meet me out back. Get your disguise and meet me out back. Leave Bosek to me.
Oh, yes. Hello. This is fascinating. Did you know the Dwemer had devices to rapidly mince fruit? I can offer help with the guard, perhaps. You wish to deal with him quietly, correct? I removed this device from Clanker. When pressed, it produces quite the incapacitating shock. If you would test it for me, preferably on a living subject, I would be grateful. Let me know if there are any lingering effects. Twitching, mainly. I'm quite curious about the twitching.
Quite the motley crew, aren't we? She's right. You need a disguise to get anywhere near Bosek. Fortunately, you have me. Just say the word and I can have servant clothes waiting for you at the palace. My pleasure. Meet me outside the palace. I'll pick out something special for you.
Hoping to see Bosek? So am I, for 3 days now.
Well, look who's come to pay a visit. Oh yes, try these on. I'm sure they'll fit you just right. In the meantime, I'll just continue my sweep of the palace.
The gods have abandoned Stros Makai. All live only at the whim of Headman Bosek.
Fancy a tune while you scrub the floors?
You do not carry yourself like a servant. Best see to that if you wish to avoid a beating.
Be gone, servant. Do your work and stop bothering me.
Onsi's bones, what is it now? Shouted at you too, did he? He just went out back to carouse with the latest slatterns from the mainland. Best hurry up and refill his drink. You don't want him running out of drink.
Ah, my lowly servant. You're just in time. My dear friend, Headman Bosek, is sleeping off the attentions of these two lovely ladies. They are quite a handful, and an eyeful, too. Why don't you take the good headman's key inside for safekeeping?
This Jakan is quite charming for a scoundrel, but I do love scoundrels.
Tell me more about those firm, deft hands of yours, Jakarn. This town's history is fascinating. Did you know that many of the Dwarven relics still function?
I hate this place, don't you? but I can't drag Garilda away from her books until she's read every last cursed one.
My friend, welcome back. Do you have some good news? Here you are, Tharwab. The shipping logs that show Bosek's defiance of the King's decrees. Come on,
The king is pleased with what you've done here, as am I. You will find a generous reward below decks.
On your feet, man your stations. Prepare to sail. Before we leave for Betnik, talk to the crew. Get familiar with them. It'll be a long trip. If there's one thing Master Kassan taught me, it's that knowing your ship and crew keeps you alive. Seems like you'd make a fine captain someday, but you'll have to find your own ship.
The spearhead's no maiden's breath, but at least she doesn't have a giant hole in her side. I'd be happy if we never saw land again.
What do you want? Of course, I'll pull my weight, unlike Jakan. He's not getting near another woman until I'm too old to stop him. And we Altmer live a very long time.
Captain Colleen took her time getting off this damned island. Doesn't surprise me. Orc problems aren't her problems. But we'd be stuck here if not for your help. I won't forget that.
Stros Makai's a depressing place. Too many red guards waving their damn swords around. At least on the spearhead, no one wants to kill me except Irian. She'll come around. She's crazy about me.
When active, Duema spiders have an extraordinary capacity for learning. Now I have to stop Handrillium from teaching Clanker to bring him drinks.
Wonderful. Now I've been ordered to follow Naramo on another fool's errand. At least the drinks are free.
To be on the seas once again. This is paradise. Headman Bosek is a cruel master. If Colleen will have me, I will join the Spearhead's crew.
I can't wait to see Jakan's battle scars. I'm sure he's got them everywhere.
Blade's Edge. We're setting sail with the famous Jakarn. Alethian and I have a bet on who's gonna bet him first.
Wherever Captain Larissa goes, I go. Even on this tub. Can't wait until we get our own ship again.
At least I'm getting something done.
There's no end in sight.
This should be an interesting voyage. Quite a crew Colleen has thrown together. Vimy Lacroix. I'm a collector of sorts. One who travels to places others dare not go. I hope to join Naramo's expedition to Bizarre. When I heard he had completed it and was sailing on, I just had to come along. You're inquisitive. What I do well. You'll be glad to have me on this voyage if we encounter slavers. And I make a wicked sliced ale.
The Spearhead's a good ship, but she's no maiden's breath. At least she'll get us away from Stros Mackay. Looking forward to getting to know Lambour better. I like an orc with a quick blade and a quicker tongue.
Can't hold a sword yet, but I can hold a book. Perhaps I should find a book that will teach me to fight with my left hand.
Ah! Oh, don't sneak up on me. I was quartermaster. I made sure we had the supplies and equipment to do whatever Larissa wanted. For now. But Captain Larissa's hoping to get her own ship again. We'll see how things go in Betnik.
This is taking longer than I'd planned.
Just being back on a ship brings more memories. I'm looking forward to the voyage.
Really, how did they eat this stuff? I'm going to teach Fenlil a thing or two about cooking. One of the finest, my good friend. I used to own my very own tap cafe in Wayrest, before that thug Ugers closed me down. I hope to open another one, once I collect enough coin. Maybe in Daggerfall.
Hungry?
The crew of the Spearhead grows again. I did not think to see it so soon. The sun shines on us. You're on the Spearhead, Captain Colleen's ship. I am one of Captain Colleen's few remaining loyal crew members. The rest, well, the less said of those bloody-minded mutineers, the better.
Before we leave for Betnik, talk to the crew. Get familiar with them. It'll be a long trip. Then we leave for Betnik, an orc island that hasn't yet joined the Covenant. I hope to change that. Lembor's happy to go home. She may try to thank you with ale. My advice? Make it to 6 mugs. You'll have a friend for life. When my crew turned traitor, I never thought I'd see Betnik again. Feels good. Head into town and get a drink. This is home, and we'll be here for a while. Here's your cut of the take from the heist. Careful here. These orcs aren't yet part of the Covenant, but I'm working on that. Feel free to check out Stone Tooth Fortress. Maybe you'll meet a nice orc.